The mysterious grave, hidden deep within the ancient forest, said to heal any illness, no matter how impossible. The film begins by showing a couple named Josh and Beth who plan to take a holiday trip by hiking and camping in the wilderness. This journey is not just an ordinary vacation for them. A few months earlier, doctors had diagnosed Josh with cancer and estimated he only had 6 months left to live. Knowing this, Josh wants to spend his remaining time exploring the outdoors with the woman he loves. Beth, who cares deeply for Josh, doesn't hesitate for a moment to accompany him. Even though they aren't married, Beth feels these are precious moments she doesn't want to miss, creating beautiful memories with Josh until the end of his life. Before leaving, they prepare everything carefully. They bring enough supplies, including food, water, and survival equipment such as flashlights, flares, knives, and various other tools that will help them during the hike. Their destination is Redwood Forest, a vast area famous for its natural beauty but also known for presenting its own challenges to hikers. The trip to the forest feels pleasant. Along the way, they talk, joke around, and enjoy the valuable time they still have together. During the drive, Josh receives a phone call from his manager, Nick. In a relaxed tone, Nick tells him to enjoy his vacation. From their conversation, it's revealed that Josh is a fairly well-known musician who has chosen to step away from his music career for a while to take this final adventure with Beth. After a long journey, they finally arrive at the entrance of Redwood Forest. As they prepare to start their hike, they are approached by a man named Steve, a forest ranger responsible for protecting and maintaining the safety of the area. Steve greets them warmly and gives them several important guidelines related to their hike.
See, the map is segregated into 2 zones.
He then asks whether they brought a trail map. Honestly, Josh and Beth admit they forgot to bring one. Realizing this, Steve gives them a new map and begins explaining the details of the available hiking roads. In his explanation, Steve shows that there are 2 main zones to pay attention to. The green zone is the safe trail intended for hikers, with clearly marked routes and minimal risk. Meanwhile, the red zone is dangerous, marked with warning lines. Steve warns them not to enter the red zone because the area is inhabited by wild animals and has difficult terrain. Additionally, Steve explains several rules that must be followed while inside the forest. Hikers are not allowed to litter, hunt, or disturb wildlife. He also reminds them to always stay on the marked trail and never take shortcuts, as doing so could lead to getting lost. After listening to all of Steve's instructions, Josh and Beth thank him and promise to follow all the rules he has given.
It's about a 3-day hike from here, though. You see, the map is segregated into 2 zones.
Steve. Okay.
Thanks, mate.
They then step onto the hiking trail and prepare for their adventure. Their journey to their destination is not short. It takes at least 3 days to reach the point they are heading for.
Slow.
This is a freaking whole bit. Fuck this shit.
After several hours of hiking, it is already late afternoon, and they decide to stop and set up their tent.
Need help with anything?
No, I got it.
Once the tent stands firmly, Josh and Beth sit by the campfire. In that quiet moment together, Beth starts to feel worried as she watches Josh coughing nonstop because of his illness. She moves closer, wanting to check his condition, but Josh tries to reassure her that he is fine and she doesn't need to worry. Feeling he is still strong enough, Josh decides to gather firewood so the campfire will keep burning throughout the night. He asks Beth to stay near the tent and keep an eye on their belongings. With his mind unsettled, Josh loses focus while cutting branches. Accidentally, the sharp tool he's holding slips and cuts his own hand, causing a fairly deep wound. Enduring the pain, Josh walks back to the tent to treat it. Meanwhile, Beth, who is alone guarding their things, is suddenly approached by a man named Vincent. Vincent introduces himself as a forest ranger, just like Steve, whom they met earlier. Although initially startled, Beth feels relieved knowing he's an officer responsible for maintaining the safety of the area. When Josh arrives, Beth is shocked to see his hand covered in blood. Without thinking twice, she grabs the medical kit from their bag and treats Josh's wound. Watching Josh's condition, Vincent suggests that he be taken to the ranger station for proper treatment. Josh firmly refuses, insisting the wound is not too serious and he can manage it. Seeing that Josh is now in no condition to gather more firewood, Vincent offers his help. Without saying much, he heads into the forest to collect dry wood so they can stay warm through the night.
Yeah, let's just say, man, I've just been driving lots. I'm tired.
You guys want firewood?
A few hours later, when darkness completely covers the forest, Vincent returns with a bundle of firewood. He hands it to them to make sure they won't freeze in the cold night. After talking for a moment, Vincent says goodbye and continues his duty as a forest ranger. Before leaving them completely, Vincent gives a serious warning. In a firm tone, he tells them not to go near a place known as the Magic Grave. According to stories among hikers and nearby residents, the grave is believed to possess mystical powers. Many sick people come to this forest just to search for the grave, hoping to pray and be healed. However, the real issue isn't the myth surrounding it, but its location, deep inside the Red Zone, a dangerous area inhabited by wild animals with difficult terrain. Vincent says he knows one of them is sick and suspects that the reason they came to this forest is to find the grave in hopes of a miracle. Hearing this, Beth is instantly shocked. She had no idea that Josh, who is struggling with cancer, might be planning to visit the grave and pray for a cure. But Josh denies it, claiming he doesn't believe in such things.
No, you most definitely should not.
Oh my God, Josh, did you know about this?
Honestly, we're just going to the waterfall at the top of the mountain.
There is no miracle cure.
Since it is already late at night, they go to sleep in their tent. Later, Josh suddenly wakes up after hearing a scream.
Ah, babe, just squirrels.
Beth, who hears nothing, tells Josh to rest. The next morning, after packing their belongings, Josh and Beth continue their journey.
Obviously.
Lead the way.
As time goes by, Josh feels their progress is slow and exhausting. An idea suddenly comes to his mind, an idea they should never follow. He suggests taking a shortcut, even though it means leaving the marked trail. Beth hesitates at first because it clearly violates the rules Steve and Vincent had warned them about. However, Josh insists that if they take that route, they can reach their destination faster. In the end, they agree to take the shorter path.
We go this way, right?
Although I'd love to believe he was only hunting rabbits, As long as you're sure you know where you're going.
I do.
Time passes, and by late afternoon, the sky begins to darken. They stop again, set up their tent, and build a campfire. While they sleep soundly, Josh and Beth suddenly wake up after hearing another scream. This time the sound is extremely clear to both of them. Josh tries to think positively, assuming it might be a wild animal hunting at night. Even though the uneasy feeling lingers, Josh asks Beth to stay calm and try to sleep again. The next morning when they wake up, they are shocked to see all their belongings scattered everywhere. Beth is certain a wild animal could not have done this. Sticky slime with a strange smell is found around their tent. Realizing something is very wrong, Beth urges Josh to go home. A disagreement arises. Josh wants to continue the journey until they reach their destination, while Beth insists they should return because she feels they are in great danger. But Beth is forced to give in, doing it all for Josh, because this trip is Josh's wish for the remainder of his life.
We'll just go back the way we came and we'll be back in the car in no time.
Look, I don't want to get in a row about some stupid animal. No, I'm on about going on to camp. For hours and you've not said one word to me.
Time passes, and now they are entering their third night in the forest. That night, they sit near the campfire trying to enjoy the moment together. Their peace is instantly shattered when the scream echoes again, loud and clear.
There's something in the woods.
Terrified, they retreat into the tent. Unsure of what's out there, they whisper to each other, afraid their voices might attract whatever is lurking outside. After the situation seems quiet enough, Josh slowly unzips the tent to peek outside. Suddenly, he is startled by the appearance of a mysterious creature approaching the tent. Josh and Beth rush out, lighting a flare, their only weapon to scare the creature away. When the flare ignites, they see clearly that it isn't just one creature, there are many. Their faces resemble vampires, beings that only emerge at night. The flare's light forces the creatures to back away, but their overwhelming numbers leave Josh and Beth with no choice but to run. They sprint as fast as they can, leaving all their belongings behind. The map Steve gave them is also left in the tent, leaving them directionless until morning. They have no idea where to go, while hunger and thirst begin to set in. Along the way, they find a trail of fresh blood between the rocks, making them even more alert. They know danger could strike at any moment and must find shelter before nightfall returns. After walking aimlessly all day, they finally spot a small outpost in the middle of the forest with a parked vehicle in front of it. Hoping to find help, they rush toward it, but the place is empty. Not a single person is there. The only thing they find is a weapon they can use to fight the vampires. Realizing the only way to escape the forest is by using the vehicle they saw earlier, they must first find its key. After searching for quite some time, they finally manage to find it. Just as they are about to leave, they are confronted by several vampires. Josh fights desperately against the creatures. After managing to defeat some of them, something unexpected happens. When Beth lets her guard down, Josh suddenly injects her with a sedative. Beth quickly loses consciousness. When Beth wakes up, she finds herself in an unfamiliar place and is shocked to realize they are at the magic grave Vincent had mentioned. Confused and frightened, Beth demands an explanation from Josh. Josh finally admits that from the very beginning, his true purpose in coming to the forest was to find this grave. He wants to be cured of his cancer. At first, he didn't believe in such things, but during chemotherapy, he met a woman who also had cancer. She recovered after coming to this grave, but only by sacrificing the person she loved. Josh wants to do the same for the sake of his own survival. Even though he loves Beth, his desire to live is stronger. Without hesitation, he slashes Beth's neck until she loses all her blood and dies on the spot.
You're just like me.
You should have told me.
Then, a strange liquid emerges from the grave, and Josh immediately drinks it, hoping the miracle he has been dreaming of will finally come true. After ensuring the ritual is complete, Josh hurriedly leaves the grave. On his way out, Vincent secretly watches him from a distance. Without wasting time, Vincent lifts his walkie-talkie and informs Steve that Josh has sacrificed Beth to cure himself. But there is an even bigger problem. Vincent and Steve already know that anyone sacrificed at the grave does not truly die. They will rise again as a far stronger, bloodthirsty vampire. The final scene shows Josh walking back through the forest after sacrificing Beth. He looks down at his hand, the one that had been injured earlier, and sees it is now completely healed. It is clear Josh has recovered from his cancer, even though he had to lose Beth, and the story ends.